Alright. Yeah, fuck it. I'm streaming some more. I also got my lunch. Got some ramen. Got the Sari bot here. I got this stuff, so let's find out what the hell is going on here. So yeah, so I got this going on. I got that going on, I got this going on, I got so yeah, so the eye height is weird. Why? Why is that a thing? Draw E. Let's do that. Let's take a look. It's a book. The Reading Rainbow. So, I think what I need to do is just derive a whole new thing, right? So, so I need to derive like a whole new thing here, right? Because what we end up having is we have like a whole situation here that we have, what is it? The situation that we have is that so if we have the eye, right? We have the floor and we have the ceiling. Alright, this is eye height, right? And then this is the cell height. Right. So the floor, the distance, so this distance here is equal to H Alright, this is EH divided by Z, right? This one is equal to CH minus EH all over Z, right? So we need to find, and this is all determined by this. So how do we determine if it is right, because this is 0, right? Well, I mean, this is, so this is equal to negative 0 minus E, and this is equal to, oh, that's why, and this is equal to, yeah, see, mostly, yeah. So this is still that, right? So if we cut this in half, so it is C H minus, or yeah, it's CH on 2 plus the sine of dire. Oh, that's only for these guys. Okay. Oh, but what we could do is we could just say, alright, we could just make this a vector of 1, 1, and then CH. Right? Right? And then we divide this by 2. So it is, you know, we have the sizes, right? We have the size is equal to a vector of 1, 1, and then CH, right? And then it is size on 2 plus the sine of the R dire times size on 2. Yeah, it's a size on 2 minus eye height, or minus position, minus pause eye height. I think that's correct. Right? That should be it. Let's have a little bit of my noms before I just have one solid gelatinous block of ramen. Oh, it's still very hot. Oh. So. Yeah. So let's take a look at the DDA algorithm. Yeah, the distances are equal to. So this is actually. Oh wow! Holy fuck! Yeah, of course it works that way. Of course it's gonna be fine because we just made it be the fucking thing with the doobly doo. Oh my god, that's fucking incredible. Wow. Okay, vec3 size is equal to a vec3 1.0, 1.0, and then it is not 10. 1.0, 1.0. A uniform float. Cell height is equal to 2. Yeah, this is gonna be incredible. Um, so hype. And then here, instead of this, we say size. Oh, size times 0.5. Size times. Let's do a little bit of idiomaticity. And now it doesn't actually matter, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Yeah. Oh my god, and it just fucking works. It just works. It just fucking works. Like this works flawlessly. Because of course it does. Because this is 0. That is the cell height. So I can make this whatever fucking height that I want. I can make it 1/2 and then set the. I mean, I could do 0.5 and then I can make this be a 2. Okay. Oh, it's real squat. Real squatty screw. Real squat. What is today? Sunday? Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I should be able to get this done by Friday. It should be about 40 hours worth of work, I think. Roundabouts there. Yeah, so I can do that just fine. That's so cool. That's oh man. I don't think I'm expressing just how fucking cool that is. Right? Because I can yeah, because I can just set this to be whatever the hell I want. So okay. Yeah, okay. So let me think about what kind of thing I want the. So I can. So there's 2 things that I want. Right. I know that the floor is going to be a pain in the ass. Right. Floor is going to be a colossal pain. That is going to be something that is going to be very difficult to handle, to manage. So I do want to do, yeah, like that's just going to be something that's going to be hard to manage. It's going to be hard to handle. simply because of the version of GLSL that's available in Love 2D. There are a few different ways of handling it. For instance, there's a bunch of preprocessor stuff. That Love does. I also can't. I mean, I could do the Pragma. I could do the Pragma. The Pragma would work very well. So yeah. So the way that I'm going to do that that's so cool. That is incredible. Yeah, of course it works. It just works perfectly. It works flawlessly. Yeah, it works so well because I matched the eye height. The logic for the eye height is the same as the horizontal. Right? Yeah. So what is the next thing that I need to do? I need to formulate what exactly? The wall textures are going to bring me closer to the finish line faster. Right. I am going to need to manage the hash function at some point. However, the biggest impact right now is going to be the biggest impact is going to be what? The thing that's going to do the most, the biggest. Alright, well then, fuck me, I guess. The biggest impact with the least work is going to be the wall texture, right? Get cell. Oh shit! This is all after. Oh right. Yeah. Because I'm mutating. Yeah, I'm mutating all that stuff. So the wall texture. This is going to be the next thing. The floor text I'll do at some point, right? Floor texture I'll do at some point. I think I can just do what? I want to val plus equals UV minus 0.25 val equals clamp val 0.01.0. Let's just give God fuck damn it. No, I'm dead. Nonde, nonde, nonde. Shit. Very washed out. Interesting. Whoops. I think that's the proper something or something. I don't fucking know. It's some shit. Because I don't know what's going on here. I mean, I can do... I don't know. Yeah. So I can do that. Hello, Stidgy Man. How is you? How is MR? It took me a little while for me to spot you. About 30 seconds. My bad. How you doing today? I really need to have something. Don't have internet. Oh. That sucks. That is rough. So I'm guessing you're on your phone rather than Wi-Fi. It is a laptop, and the battery is borked 6 ways to Sunday. Yeah. 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 Oh wait, you can't read it? There we go. Now you can read it. Yeah, that's definitely a modern that's totes a modern CPU. That's very modern. Very modern CPU. Yeah. So yeah, the battery died about 8 months ago. Yeah, no, it's old. This thing is from 2010. So yeah, it's 15 years old, so it was constructed sometime in the late Cambrian era. It was it was the third fossil found in the Triassic Tuttle. So yeah, this thing is old. It's very old. I'm surprised that it took so long for the battery to finally die. That's why I'm streaming at 480p and 10 frames per second. It's, but she's going, she's trucking. It's amazing what you can do with it. Yeah, so I mean, yeah. I used to study when I tossed the battery out of it, and now it's forced to do local machine learning and stuff. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It is what it is, right? This thing would never be able to run Windows 11 to any level of capacity. I don't even think I can even install Windows 11 on it. I think the newest it can support is Windows 10. But hey, you can't do that anymore because me, fuck you. I don't even think you can even get a hold of freaking, like, literally anything. Meanwhile, Linux is just all like, oh yeah, no, this, you know, and this system that was, you know, made 40 years ago, yeah, sure, go for it, install it. Yeah. It's not just that, but there's also like the TCU and a bunch of other shit that the kernel. Yeah. Yeah, no, like it's just like, well, unfortunately, due to new things, unfortunately, we're going to have to roll back the first ever produced graphics card and CPU chipset that was produced for 64-bit computer systems. Sorry, people. You're gonna have to upgrade your hardware. Yeah. Sorry, we are sad to say that we are no longer supporting the 6502 microprocessor. Yeah, exactly my point. Exactly my point. We're sad to it is with heavy hearts that we are here to report that we are no longer supporting the 6502-C. You will unfortunately have to upgrade your hardware to a 16-bit processor. So yeah, so we have the floor texture and the wall texture. Okay. So if we are going to do obliterate everyone's eardrums, sorry. So here we go with okay, so how do we find out why am I doing it this way? I have access to this. Like, this is a thing that exists. Used wood pellets. No idea what they're calling it. Yeah. They're called wood pellets. Serial Lux meter, and a Raspberry Pi first gen. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty impressive what you can do with very little stuff. Well, since it sounds like English is not your first language, where are you from? Um, and what is your native tongue, if you don't mind me asking? Although knowing my luck, it's gonna Denmark. Ooh, Denmark. Nice. Yeah, wood pellet stoves are not super uncommon here in the United States. Not necessarily stoves or heating systems. More, we have like wood pellet ovens and like smokers, grills. Yeah, grills. That's pretty popular here in the United States. Mostly because like burning wood pellets produces a lot of smoke and that imparts a lot of flavor into your food when it burns and stuff like that. And there's like applewood, maplewood, hickory, uh, a whole menagerie of yeah, yeah, like I, I understood that because like wood burning heating systems are very common in Europe, not as common here in the States. You do see wood burning heating systems in, I want to say, like the Midwest, places like the more rural areas of, like, say, like Wyoming. That place that doesn't exist. Um, it's like yeah, it's like a mythical land. Um, there are legitimately people who don't believe that Wyoming is real. Like it's pretty bad. I used to live there. I miss it. I miss it so much. Um, the biggest city is, I think the largest city in Cheyenne has a population of like 10,000 people. Like, and that's the capital of the state. The state's capital is like 5 blocks large. I think all of downtown Cheyenne is, yeah, it's like 6 city blocks. It's like the entirety of downtown Cheyenne. Um, Burning in air to ground. Ooh, air to ground heating systems. Um, yeah. I, I I'm one of the few Americans, one of the few eagle screeching freedom freedomonomics that actually understands the metric system. It's probably because of how much Minecraft I played. Um, so yeah, I'm very used to the kilometers, meters, centimeters. I have a pretty solid mental image of what that is. Yeah. I am all for switching over to metric. The imperial system is fucking stupid. It's so dumb. The imperial system sucks. Give me grams and kilograms and Celsius. Like the entire rest of the goddamn world. Come on, we don't need to be special anymore. What about Celsius, Kevin, grams, tons? Yeah. Yep. Although for temperature, I usually I prefer terawatts. I mean, not terawatts, terahertz. Which I think the, what is it? Um, I think room temperature is somewhere in like 3.2 terahertz, something like that. It's been a while since I since I crunched the numbers and did the math. Because at like normal ranges, it's just about linear. Um, yeah. So what is that? 272. Uh, yeah, I think like room temperature is about 300 Kelvin, somewhere about there, close to it, at least. But crunching the numbers for figuring out the frequency of heat of temperature is pretty fun. But I think it's like mostly energy. But although temperature is like actually energy transfer, there's a bunch of different stupid ways to measure temperature, measure heat and temperature. So if we want to have, say we want to split this down the middle. Well, say we want to split it into 4, and we want to have bricks like this, right? If this is the thing that we want to do, because lots of time won't do anything else, or is it because you're tired? You tried it and enjoyed the workflow more. It's a bit of a combination of both. So I bought this laptop in 21, I think. 2021, 2022, somewhere about there. And maybe even earlier than that. Somewhere around the era of the pandemic. Oh, right. I was having issues with my main laptop, which is currently in pieces and non-operational. Like the Wi-Fi kept on going out and stuff. So, and I think it had like some water damage. So I took it into a repair shop, and in it they had this laptop that I'm currently on sale for $100. And it was running Windows 10 and ran like garbage. So I installed Kubuntu on it, mainly because I'm used to I am more familiar with Kubuntu. And then later on I installed Arch, and I kind of like it, don't like where they're taking it, bunch of other things. But also, OBS is kind of dog shit on Arch. The Ubuntu flavored version of OBS is the superior version. So, mostly because I can't, is not very reasonable to have, yeah, I mean, oh yeah. I just don't like Flatpak, personally. That and like, if you have a decent enough machine that you can run OBS and Firefox and 30 million other applications at the same time without any issues, like, it's fine. But I only have 4 gigabytes of RAM, right? Like, so as much as I can, running it directly through OBS and OBS alone, the better it is for me. Right? So, like, that's just kind of how it is. Yeah. So if I want to do something like this, what I want to do is I want to have, I want to map. So if I want to have these things, then I want the center of them, I want this line here. I want, let's do something like this, right? I want this line here to be 1. I want it to be 0 along the edges, and I want there to be a 45-degree line here. Right? So, yeah, there's some new things that I don't agree with Flatpak. Like I think Flatpak is starting to integrate age verification bullshit into the Flatpak system, which I really don't agree with. I have to do some more research into it. This whole age verification bullshit that my country is fucking enforcing onto the entire rest of the goddamn world is really starting to fucking piss me off. It's not even my country. It's just companies that operate within my country is fucking pushing this shit. Just so that they can take more of your data, just so that they can sell it, because they want to make money. God, it pisses me off so much. Like, it's so irritating. Like, I am embarrassed to be an American. Like, I really am. I have never been more embarrassed to be an American than any other point in my entire life. What my country is doing is absolutely fucking appalling. Like, anyone that is supporting the things that are going on is like anyone who still supports what we are doing, I just want to knock their damn teeth down their throat. Like it's wow, damn. Yeah, no, that's that is a super dope. That's a really good setup. Yeah, if I had my desktop, I would probably be running. The wife has the desktop, but yeah, we are currently physically separated, even though we are still together. We're not living together right now. It's a long story, but yeah. I wouldn't mind getting graphene, but I don't have a new enough phone for that, which is super fucking irritating. But like, it is what it is. Like this phone is. Like I keep a lot of my stuff. Like I keep a lot of my existence pretty sterile. Just because like I always have, you know. So like a lot of like like I operate within a very high level of just internet security, of internet safety, right? If anyone wants to steal any of my shit, like, fucking go for it. Like, you're not gonna get anything. You know? The tools like Nextcloud to try and replace Microsoft along with deploying Linux images, yeah. I'm super pleased with Mint. Like, super happy with Mint. I mean, no shit. I am familiar with you know, with Ubuntu. It's literally just the same fucking thing. Right? It's just Ubuntu. But Mint feels to be a little bit, it seems to be just about as snappy. Hello, it's an otter! It's an otter. I am doing a thing. Make games. Yeah, make games. Yeah, like I'm super happy with Mint. It's very snappy, it's very lightweight, it's very lean. Almost as lean as Arch, or at least it operates about as lean as Arch. And just the desktop environment options that you have available is nice. I mean, fair. I feel like I would, like I'm just a lot more familiar with the Ubuntu ecosystem. I think I would prefer to just go full-blown Kubuntu or Lubuntu. Ubuntu, I don't know. The Xface version. Yeah, oh, fair, yeah. Yeah, I mean, KDE Plasma is so nice. I love it so much. I love Plasma. I'm very pleased with Xface. XFCE. I call it X face because it looks like X face. But yeah. So, Otter, the Ot. Let me do a thing for you. Let me do right quit. Let's go into shaders. And let's go into not Lua. And for the Otter, love. Yeah, love. Dot. I can show you. Yeah, Lua. So, here's the shader thing that I made for you. So you can reverse just. You can flip just. You can flip just the brightness. So the actual hue is unchanged. Right? The actual hue is unchanged. You can flip just the temperature. So the red blue side is different. Or push, which is green and magenta. Right? You can increase the saturation there, right? The contrast, you know, you can do that and brighten it up, right? Right, you can change, you know, all kinds of things, right? Like, great, you know, different things like that. Yeah, it's super nice. You can also flip that if you wanted to. Make it more pink. You know, make that a more like nighttime feeling, you know, right? It's not just HSV. It's not just HSV. It's actually not HSV. It's something completely different. It's exposure. It's actually exposure, temperature, push, and alpha. So basically, it's completely separate. It's effectively entirely based off of. So it is a color. It's a color space that I had created, or that I had formulated, specifically for image processing. Right. Originally, it was going to be used for training AI as part of a preprocessor for training AI for image generation. Yeah, I know. Bad Foxo. But like this was when ChatGPT was like GPT-1 was like in beta. Like I was a part of in the store before they closed. Go get something to drink, Stidgy. Go get something to drink before they close. Go get something to drink. I'm gonna be on for a while. If you want to come back, go get something to drink. But yeah, originally it was to train AI for doing stuff. Because like I wanted to basically have a generative AI model that was trained specifically to create images. Fair. Fair. I mean, you do have that capability. Go get something to drink. But anyway, so it was a color space that I created so that it would be easier for AI to learn basically color theory, right? So fair. Reasonable data rates on mobile phones, fair. So yeah, for AI, and it was going to be training it to generate images that are specifically not similar to the input data, right? Oh, hello, you just followed. Awesome, thank you. Thank yous. Thank you for the follow. Right. And then I was also going to pass it through a fast Fourier transform, Astros kind of sort of as a way to compress an arbitrary image size down into other things. All right. So basically, all that this does is it takes the incoming image, it converts it into the new color space. That is done here. Yeah, this is the entire shader, by the way. I'm like, this is the entire shader. So it is, yeah, you just add and you just multiply, right? And this is the conversion matrix from RGBA to XTPA. This fetches the, all this is just normalization and just like curve fixing. It's just like real basic curve fixes, stuff like that. And then it's just you convert it into XTPA. You subtract 0.5 from it. And then you just multiply it by the multiplier vector, add the add vector, and then multiply by the sign if you want to do the cool, color inversion stuff, and then you just convert it back. Right, that's literally the entirety of the shader is right there. Yeah. So that's what I did for you. At some point we can like go in a at some point we can go in a call and I can explain like the whole thing or whatever. Yeah, is that? Oh, that's not gonna. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah. So back to Kern. Hold up. Nande. Ah. Strange. Yeah. So, back to what we were doing here. So the main thing is that I want to do bricks, right? So how do we do bricks? The main thing that we want to do. Hey, I've done a lot of lateral movement. I haven't done very much vertical movement. You've done a lot more vertical movement than me. Okay, I've just been spending 20 years exploring the space without actually going anywhere. I spent the last 20 years in the tutorial area. Okay, I haven't even defeated the first boss. Okay, so yeah. Go get the otter cable. All right, so yeah, so we want to have this. We want to have the base. So we want the gradient to be. We need the gradient of this to be. That is literally invisible. Ugh, right? I don't think anyone can see that. I can barely see that. That's like so. Right? We want the gradient to be. We want the magnitude of the gradient to be 1 in all 4 directions, right? So, say that we wanted to break this up into 4 stripes. Right? Say that we wanted to break this up into 4 stripes. That's super easy. We can start that. So we want the brick, right? Because we want to have this, all right? And we want to have 1 by 2, right? 2 by 1. And we want to offset it. And we want this, and we want this to be 1, right? Or this is the situation that we want. So, the easier way of doing it is we actually offset it the other way. Right? Instead of this way, we offset it the other way, but we'll we can do that. So, step 1. Step 1. We want to get step 1 is we want to get this, right? Step 1 is we want this. And we want it to be step 1 is we want to split it up into 4. And we want it to go from 0 to 1. 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 Right? We want that kind of progression. So to do that, super easy. Doing that is super easy. The wall texture. So we have that. So we want to start oh shit. Oh shit. We actually let's do vector 3. Okay. So alright, so we can do that. As when I went back to the USA years ago, back then I was paying $40 a month for like 8 gigs of data. It depends. You can get an unlimited plan for $80 a month. Especially through like Mint Mobile. Yeah, no, we have unlimited dev plans here. And that's what most people end up paying for. It's just an unlimited plan. Mint Mobile, you can get an unlimited plan for, I think it's $50, $40 a month, $45 a month. Like unlimited data for $45, $50 a month. Yeah, it just depends on how much you get. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like unlimited. The way that like internet speeds, the data rates, the data speeds work here is a little bit different. Like you just about like, yeah, it's strange. I don't even pay much attention to it. I just pay my phone bill and always get unlimited. So, yeah, it doesn't make no sense to me. So, yeah, okay. Interesting. That's interesting. Let's say we wanted UV vec3 UV is your point down. Um, let's see what we got here. That's not what I wanted. There we go. So we got that. Okay. Monday. Okay, 90. Okay. So that is proper. There's a little bit of weird striations going on there. I think that has to do with just the color depth and stuff. If this was doing the proper, white noise rendering, rendering with white noise, then it would smooth it out due to dithering, temporal dithering. So there's that. 6 terabytes a month. Jesus Christ. That is impressive. That is a lot of data. How do you use so much data? Are you just streaming? Do you just have like a constant, like, streaming every single Ghibli film ever made 24/7? Like, what the hell, dude? Like, that is an impressive amount of data. That is an impressive amount of data. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. Bruh. Brother. Dude. Yeah, that's... Good God. I know some people that would very much... I would do something like that. I know some people. Yeah, 1080p, yeah. Alright, so that is there. So we want to have from bottom left to top right. We're going to go from here up to here, right? In that gradient. So one of the things that we could do is, so step 1. 2.y times equals 4.0 vec, hold on, not vec2y dot y, it's uv dot y. What the hell am I doing? Come on, Ketu, you got this. uv dot y is equal to the fractional component of uv dot y. What this will do is this. So now we have we still have the red going from left to right. That's fine. Next step is we put the red over. Right. Next step. We can wrap the two together. uv.x times equals 2.0. Right? And then this is uv equals fract uv. Right. So now we have these bricks. Now, say that we want to offset the bricks, right? Also, do we really want 4? We could also do 8, right? We could do, we can say Ooh. Ooh. I really wish I had my Everclear. I would be making drinks. I'd be mixing drinks. I'd be making some hard iced tea right now. If I had my Ever. Well, actually, I'd be making an extraction. I would be making a coffee extract. Um, and be spiking my coffee with it. Is what I would be doing. uh, ultra cold brew with coffee. Yeah, that's what I would be doing. And being very careful with it, because a little bit of that shit goes a very long way. Yeah, lots of caffeine involved in that. But yeah, no, a double amber beer. That sounds good. So we could do a float with height. Oh, actually, it'd be yeah. Float aspect ratio. Yeah, so it's ratio is equal to well, I mean, I want to do multiply and then a divide. Well, you don't want to do that. How the fuck do I do that actually? Right? Because then I can do the number of patterns, right? Apocalypse diaries. Interesting. Nice. Apocalypse. I don't know. I can't spell, so don't ask me. Because I want to do so say the height is 1 and the width is 2. I have 2.5. But there's like pharmacist alchemist. Okay. Oh, apothecary. Apothecary diaries. That's what it is. Apothecary. That is that the one? Is that apothecary? I think apothecary. Yeah, there you go. Yay! Hey, don't worry. English is hard, even for first, even for those that's the first language. Yay! I've heard of it. I have heard of it. It looks pretty cool. It definitely looks cool. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I can do float. I think float width, float, height. Right, float width is equal to 2.0. Alright, I think, yeah, because I think it's SQRT square root of, what is it, width times, width divided by height, width on height, width I think is the way that goes, because then I could do times equals ratio, and then this is a divide equals ratio, and then UV times equals yeah, it's a little bit off. But I think the ratio is correct. No, it's not. I'm gonna. Is this 2x1? No, that is 2x1. That is 2x1. And then I think it is... it's 2x1, and then I need to, like, divide the whole thing by that. And then it's like divided by rows divided by times equals rows divided by ratio. I don't know. Ah, okay, yeah, there we go. Fucking perfect. Yeah. Fucking gremlin noises. Okay. Cool. No, I fucking love it when a plan comes together. I'm out of coffee though. I am out of coffee. So, how about all y'all unshrimp yourself? Use is not shrimps, and if you are, you're not cooked. So you are. If you is shrimp, you is uncooked. So unshrimp yourself. Come on, uncooked. Yes, I will be right back. And turn 900 soon. Oof. I don't like beer anymore. I don't like the taste of it. So I'm gonna get some coffee. Sounds like Stidgy, you have your own beverage of choice. I'm going to get myself some more coffee. I'm also going to use the bathroom, and I will be right back. All right. Mm. You know, I mean, it's super cool that like there's, you know, there's there's brands of beer. You know, there's breweries that have been around longer than my country has existed, longer than my country has. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So I'm back with my coffee. I'm gonna let it cool down some. I have some cold brew sitting on my other table and stuff that I will probably be dealing with tonight. So we have blasted right past some of this Grimbergen, Grimberg, Grimbergen, Grimbergen, yeah, Grimbergen. Cool. So we have this. Right, this is what we have. And what we also have is oh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sweet. So here we have 0, 1, 1, right? So what we actually want to do is we want to move it so that currently the origin is here. We want to move it so that the origin is here. And then I think, right? I think so. Yeah, because from a side profile, what we want to do from a side profile, what we want to do is we want to have it go like this. And then also, well, this one, it should be like that, right? Because it should be like this, right? And then we truncate it, right? We truncate it. And then the other one is just this, right? These are the two profiles that we want. All right. So with those in mind, the easiest way of doing it, it is very easy, right? It is very easy to do this, right? We could go to there. Right, we can very easily do, right, we can very easily do this, right? With the other profile being, well, actually, what we want is 2x1 and a 1x1, right? It's very easy to do this one and this one. Actually, it's very easy to do this and that, right? So, and then we multiply these two by 2, right? So let's start there. That's not it. That is. So we have the UV equals fract UV. So now what we want to do, because we're also going to do these two independently of one another, right? Because we're just dealing with the UV. We're just dealing with the UV. Just dealing with the UVs. We will be doing the, well, I mean, it might be, so We have the number of rows. We actually want to break these up into bricks after we move them. Right. So the X is going to be plus dot X plus equals UV dot Y divided by times 0.5, right? I think, yeah, there we go. So we have the bricks. There we go. That looks a little bit better. That looks nicer. So we have that. Now we have the offset. Given the offset one, I mean, this is, this corner is a little bit funky. Just because, doing those kinds of things properly is a bitch. Like, it sucks. Having these corners mapped properly is not a trivial task. It involves offsetting them because where on one plane you have it be one way, on the other plane you have it be another way. We could handle that by depending on which there's ways to do it, right? There are ways of doing it. We have access to what we have direct access to what side of the tile we are hitting. So we could say along the x-axis we if we hit it along the x, well, I mean, I guess this is y. So if we hit it along the y, we subtract or add to the y or something like that, right? Oh, it helps if I don't try and multi-touch, right? Yeah. So and bleh. So, yep, we have that. Times 0.5. Okay. So here, yeah, make bricks, shift bricks, right? Make into separate bricks, right? So now we are, so now here we are fundamentally only within a singular brick. Right? So, no matter what we do here, everything is locked in. We are completely locked into the bricks. The bricks will not shift regardless of what we do to the UV. So next what we do is we say UV plus equals 0.5. And then from here we can also say, UV equals absolute value of UV. Right. So now from here, we have that. Interesting. Why? Okay. Oh, that's because I did it wrong. It's not plus, it's minus. There we go. So this is what we should see. That is correct. It looks super trippy. This is like some fucking Christmas ass shit going on here. There we go. So we have those, we have those, we have those, right? So now here, we can say, well, I mean, we could also just say times 2. Right? So that that gives us to what we see behind us here. So now let's do what is the next step. Right, the next step. And the next step is from here. Right, so we have this to this to this. Right. What we want to do is we want to only this. We want to, well, the horizontal, yeah, because what we could do is we can subtract a half again, right? We can subtract a half again, right? Subtract and then multiply by 1/2 again on the y, along the x-axis. All right, and then we clamp it, and then we subtract that from 1. All right, so we should get this, right? We want that. We want to see that, right? And then we clamp it, right? And we clamp it, right? That's what we want to see. And then the bricks will look like that, kind of, right? So we have those two, right? Yeah, daylight saving time. I fucking hate daylight saving times. It's stupid. It's so dumb. I will absolutely be willing to completely fucking abolish daylight savings time. Also, summer. Being out of school for summer in the US is fucking super stupid. Because that's literally just for kids to go work on the farms. That's not a thing anymore. So why do we keep fucking doing that shit? Why do we even have daylight savings time? It's literally the dumbest fucking goddamn thing on the face of the fucking planet. It doesn't help with the goddamn thing. All that it does means that you don't have to fucking set your alarm earlier if you're a fucking farmer. Ah! fucking hate daylight savings time. It's so stupid. So let's do this. Next up is exactly. Exactly. That's not a fucking thing anymore, dude. Like, the number of people that it helps is so much smaller than the number of people that it royally fucks over. Like, it's been proven that it categorically ruins people's mental health. Like, it completely fucks up your circadian rhythm. It fucks it so much, gets so wrecked. There's more accidents. There's more car accidents. There's more. No. It's so. For fuck's sake. I mean, maybe there is a use case for it, but I mean, it's just so few jobs even allow, like, at least here in the States, so few jobs allow us to capitalize on that shit. And it would be a lot more useful if it's just have that same time off part just given to us at our own discretion. Right? Like, if we're expected to be able to manage our own leisure time, give us the fucking leisure time. Like, yo. So uv.x minus equals 0.5 uv.x times equals 2.0. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. So that should be... yeah, correct. Cool. And then I think float val is equal to min uv.x uv.y. Val equals 1.0 minus oh shit. I mean, it's fine, right? Val is equal to clamp. Yeah, I mean, that would be really cool. 6 weeks here in Denmark. Yeah, that's super fucking cool. Super cool. I mean, I would love to fucking do that. I would so love if that was a thing. Yeah, but it's not. Oh yeah, do you do any, like, programming, game development, anything like that? What do you like to do for fun, huh? Other than talk to Americans with Finnish tag names. Just automate? I mean, that's a thing. Ooh, this is almost. I think clamp val, the minimum of that, right? Motherfucker. Son of a bitch. What do you mean? Undeclared identifier. Nande. Shit. Not quite. Nande, nande, nande. So what is it that I'm doing wrong? What did I do? What did I fuck up? So let's do uv.x minus equals that. It should be okay. So uv.x is equal to plant uv.x, right? 0.0. APIs and stuff, but for the most part, just ensure stuff works. Yeah. I mean, it's still a lot better than me because I am currently unemployed. So, fucking son of a bitch. Well, to the minimum of okay, so why is this not correct? What am I doing wrong? What did I fuck up? So, instead of it being out to the side, hello! Welcome back, Otter. It's going. Damn. That is super impressive, Stidgy. That's awesome. So you're more of a, like a sysadmin than like an actual, press keys, make things. I just ruin everything. Okay. So, for one, that needs to be not a thing. For two, that needs to be fine. Three, that is fine. Yeah. There we go. So these are the correct bricks, except incorrect. Except val equals 1.0 minus val. Right. Somewhat better, right? Partially correct, Brooks, yeah. Smashing face against Death Row. I mean, this isn't the first time I've done this project. Right. It's probably something silly like Max. Okay. And then uv.x minus equals 0.5. Hey, look, I fixed it. So we have the bricks. Now, at this point, it goes from 1 in the middle all the way out to 0 on the outsides. Yeah, I make I specifically try and write my code in such a way that allows for very easy debugging. I like to make, yeah, it looks a lot more rookie. Yeah. Like I like doing things very iteratively so I can make sure that I'm doing everything properly. I can also, you know, make this, because like I feel like I'm just playing around with the breadboard and Arduino. Yeah. I can also change the height of the ceilings of the cells. I feel like I am a child now in a warehouse. Yeah. Also, the collision is like super robust. Oh, the collision feels so good. I can do that. You know, I can do that. You know, because this might feel a little bit better. Tiny Cobalt Simulator, yeah. I don't know, like this seems a little funky too, you know. And most of this just kind of came out of the gate. Like my tiny little mind was freaking blown earlier. Oh, you should have seen it. It was hilarious. Because I'm like, oh yeah, if I change the eye height, it's just gonna shrink the ceiling down to, and then it didn't. I'm like, what? Why did this work? I wrote it. Why don't I understand why it works? Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, lots of really cool things there. I can also do, what else? Oh, something that I really want to show you. Where is it? Where's the fog? Oh shit. Fog. There we go. Where? Where's the fog? There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so in here. The fog, where's the fog? Okay. So 1 minus. This is something I really want to watch. I'll show you. One of the furries? You are of the furry skull tree. I am of the thigh-high programmer skull tree with specializations in science and sadness. Class system on the IT world. Hey, I also have my stripy socks. Alright, come on, yeah. Okay. I am just salted. Thank you very much. Right, I have the programmer socks too. Somewhere. They're somewhere in my room. Okay. So let's do a 2.0 divided by d. I want to show you this. This is by far one of the coolest accidental discoveries that I've made. This is something that I want to do for a game at some point. Is have like I think it would be a true distance rather than rectilinear distance, right? But the fact that you only see what's away from you is so cool, right? The fact that the closer you are, right? The fact that the closer you are divided by d, what? Yeah, like the fact that the closer you are, the more right, the fact that the you like things disappear as you get close to it is like such a cool concept. Right, that is such a cool idea. But like I want to do it like properly, not like this rectilinear stuff, right? But that's something I want to do so bad. Just because like it just seems so cool. It just seems so bloody cool. It'd be a really cool game idea. You know, yeah. So like I have that. The proper way. So I have brickies, I have brickiness, I have brickiness. Yeah, there we go. So we have the brickiness. Now, we do val times equals, I don't know, 8.0. Val equals clamp. Val 0.0, 1.0. And then here you go. We have these, right? And everything I can like tweak almost everything. Like the 8 might be a little bit too much, right? Times 8 might be a little much. We do times 4 instead. What's really cool is that I can even make it irrational, right? I can make it like 5 or some shit. Really dial in like just how crazy everything is, right? So here is basically the entirety of, you know, the OG kern as is. I think almost 1 for 1. Except for the end count, right? The end condition is not fulfilled. So that is kind of an issue. The it looks like the I mean, I can make the bricks a little bit stockier. Alright. Yeah, just a little bit stockier so that the grout lines is the same. I don't know if I like that more or less, or yeah, Bricky plus plus. Yeah. Then the next thing is that this part here, like this, just needs to be these corners, right? In order to set the corners properly, um, Jesus Christ. Mm. Mm. Oh my god, 1 pixel by 1 pixel on the resolution cap. That is the most... Mm. You know it'd be even worse? If it's, if it was... If it was only one thing. So it'd be 1 by 1, and then it would be 2 by 1, and then it'd be 1 by 2, and it'd be 2 by 2, and then it would be yeah. There's some pretty cursed. Oh, I love the it was a competition to see who could come up with the worst UI, the worst UI UX for phone number input, for number input, and it was yeah, no, I was thinking more of the what is it, the it's the way to do, it's the way to take the full XY plane of integers into a singular, into a one-dimensional list. Flat pack. I just wanted to see if it was saying what your webcam is. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh, that's bad. That would make me rage create a whole new freaking match. And why? Imagine if it was X plus and a Y plus. Like you had to do 2 different keystrokes every single time. Yeah, so we have blocky, bricky, bricky, the bricks. We can set the eye height. We could set the cell height. Because like I feel like I feel like the I feel like this would be pretty fine, right? Like this feels okay to me, right? Like this feels very reasonable, you know? Just a socketed CPU. So about that, I have no money. I have no money. So I would have to, and it's not just that, but it's also the socket itself is so old. I can only go up so high. Ooh. I think I like this 2:1 aspect ratio. Yeah, I think I like the 2:1. But that also means I should probably speed myself up a little bit more. Alright. Where's the speed? Where did I put speed? Why did I not put speed up here? What the fuck is wrong with me? Did I seriously not put speed all the way at the beginning? Oh, Jesus Christ, I did not. Oh, wait. Speed's not in here. Speed's in here. I'm looking at the wrong place. There we go. Dar. Oh yes, the speed, the movement speed, that's handled by the shader. Of course it's handled by the shader. Oh, look at me! Woo! Do you know the Muffin Man? Why is this not? Nande. What did I break? Why are you not working? Oh, what did I freaking break? Delta D mag. If D mag. Player position. Player pause near D mag. Da da da. Aha. Shit. Yeah. It's fun. I love it. Okay, yeah, I'm just being a dumb fuck. So... Speed. How do I go to the next one? Yeah, here we go. Okay. I forget how to do... Yeah, so... This is actually incorrect. My assumption is incorrect. Also, the number of times that you just forget how things work, even though you, like, literally designed it, is astonishing. How easy it is to forget how things work. Or just, you do something, and you're like, oh, like, this, like, totally works this certain way, and then you're like, wait. What? And then it does something that you didn't expect. It's why you should document. Good is the operative word there. Why you're supposed to document. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just too lazy to do proper documentation. Especially given the fact that, like, I'm working by myself, you know. I'm the one that does the things, so I don't, I don't really do, much of that stuff, so... You know, like, I'm not working with a bunch of other people. Why is this doing this? Nande. Yeah, okay, whatever. I've received 100 messages through Restream. So much documentation on your own home server because I only change stuff like DNS and reverse proxy settings. Maybe one. Ooh. Yeah, for things that you don't touch very often, that does sound very smart. Um, yeah. Now I guess it's just gonna do that. Whatever. So that's working up on a new line because reasons. The formatting, I guess. I already did that. I don't need to worry about that anymore. That's functioning properly. And then now this should function properly. Yep, I'm faster. Hmm. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, that's actually really cool. It's very smart. I don't have the resources to be able to do all of that. Yeah. Yeah, no, like I have been thinking about like what it would take to upgrade the CPU. I feel like I'm going too fast now. This looks like way too fast. I feel like I'm zipping through. It's not very horror game-esque. I feel like 1 tile per second was way too slow, but this feels like I'm playing Doom or Quake. Like this is like really solid first-person shooter speed, but it's not very good but this isn't very good like horror game. Because this is supposed to be a horror game. Like, this is supposed to be spooky. But I think 1 tile per second is too fast, right? It's 1 tile per second is too slow. Now it feels faster. Interesting. Now it feels, I don't know. I mean, by Friday, I'm gonna have like a much more solid game, so you can play it. Oh, Otter, were you able to run the build that I sent you, or no? Or is that not a thing that you can do? Cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at 1. Just for shits and giggles. I just need people to actually fucking play it. I don't know anybody. I don't have a community. I'm just piggybacking off of everyone else's communities. Okay. So we have this. Now, the next part is what's the next section that I need to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. Yeah, nice, 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 nice. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's mostly I ask because you use Windows and I use Linux, so I'm mostly just concerned with being able to actually share it in a way that is cross-platform, right? Because I don't really have a good way to. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? What's up, Stiggy? Yeah, let me know if you run into any problems. But yeah. So let's see here. Other message. What? What? Did I miss something? Any of them just updated upstream with breaking changes 3 hours ago. Heads up. Ah. Interesting. Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just wait until they. I guess I'll just sit on Neovim for that. Is there a way that I can make this chat smaller? Because these are massive. Oh, I can embed in string. Interesting. Oh. Oh, I can do 80%. Oh, that's pretty hard to read. But that's fine. Cool. Yeah, thanks for the heads up, by the way. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I mean, I'll just wait. I'm sure they're gonna fix it pretty soon. Or most of like the plugins and stuff will. Well, yeah. I mean, it's mostly that the plugins will catch up. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I get you. Yeah. So it'll just I'll just have to wait until all the plugins and stuff catch up. Which I feel like Lazy Vim is probably going to be on it, like Stink on Shit. And a bunch of other things too. So if I do that, I can what happens if I do this? I think. Ooh, so close. It is correct. This is correct. However, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The edges are not. So these edges are not properly synced up. So what I can do is I can say, because I want to have like a crisp line on both sides of these, right? I want to have a crisp line. Oi! Oh shit. So oh fuck. Um, so this would require auto tiling detection, right? Um, Meaning, because I feel like I was able to do it at one point. Um, but how the hell is this supposed to work? So, one of the ways of doing it is that you deal with auto tiling, right? Basically like an auto tile detector, because you would want to have, like, at least on the horizontal sides, right? So how do you find out what so you have to be able to, from the plane, so we know the plane, right? We have the plane. We could pass the plane in, right? We can pass the plane in. Um, and it's just um right. Okay. Time to be an allegedly smart foxo. Um, so the way that this is going to work is you have so if we have, say, this one is right, say let's say this is a sum. Let's say this is a cell, right? And then you know for a fact that you know, this is 1, this is, well, I mean, actually, this is 0, this is 1. Alright. So, if we are hit on the 1, right, if we are hit here, then all we need to do is check this and check that. But really, all we need to do is just say, hey, if something is here, you multiply, right? We just do we have the same kind of, right? We have a gradient like this, right? And then we do, yeah, we multiply this by the cell at -1, and then we do that times cell +1, right? That's basically what we do, right? And we can do that by looking at the so because we're like passing in the UV in the UVT. We could preemptively do that, right? But I'm not entirely sure if that's something that I would want to do or not. I don't know how that would even work, right? Because like, do we pass in those as, do we pass in the cells themselves? Do we? Because we are getting the color at what the plane and at the UVT. Now, I could also pass in the cell, right? Because I could do a mask of a that X value. I can. Oh. So I can do, because I can like pass in the because I only want it on the edges that there is a change. What are the conditions? If there is not one there, Okay, so if I'm hitting along the Y, there isn't one here, right? If okay, so here. So to the left, there isn't one here. What is it? Is it a kernel? Uh, right. Shit. Because this is on a per. Interesting. Um, because it's also a side thing, right? Interesting. Okay, so and this is something I'm gonna need to noodle around with, right? Because I could easily do. Because I might have to do a per side. Like a per face thing. Because I probably do. Interesting. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna be done, honestly. I think I'm gonna be done for today. This is giving me something to think about. Because this is gonna be auto tiling. And auto tiling is gonna be a little bit funky compared to most other situations. Because this is just like an overlay auto tile. Right, because I just need to handle I just need to handle I only need to handle the um the edges, right? So I'm given a hmm. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be done. I want to spend some time with my wife anyway. But it's been awesome. Thank you, everyone that may or may not still be here. Yes. Thank you very much for showing up, Otter. Yeah. Um. Is that my wife right now? It is. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. So you guys all have a good one, and I will see you guys again tonight. Bye.